well, drinking well. Right. A long time ago, I learned to start drinking poison when my pain got too thirsty. So it's bourbon cubes to confuse, whiskey to aid distress. A functioning alcoholic, I am empty drunk off empty achievement and regret. 6.5 somersault with a full twist with a perfect no splash entry. Pow! I've been a gold medalist deep dive for a long time now. And the flawless hit pulls up. God, I'll never do this shit again. Backstroke into mama, I'm so sorry, I ain't shit of a man. See, searching for a delimited complex biopsy, see, I lost a piece of mind. A boy searching for obsidian simplicity, yeah, I lost a piece of mind. A destroyed disguise, I'm still working it out. A suffering Christian, still sniffing after the leftover communion wine. But don't you dare stare at me like that, with those type of eyes. Judging me like my mom's pastor used to. Like you ain't never tasted your own sweet, simple sorcerer, Stockholm syndrome, and kept sipping until you was full off your own shame. A great swimmer. No. Great drinker. No. A thinker. In fear of drowning, even though I'm infatuated with deep water, what they say, sober thoughts come from a drunk tongue. And us black men, we have to heal ourselves. So with this medication, I also like to roll up. Boys like to roll up. So I like to smoke. So I pour this motherfucker up, all while smoking an L. Cause I love to live this labyrinth life that looks so lucid to me, just my lethal liquid elixir. See, it's my prescription. I just like to breathe, leave a little bit, because even the dreams of my 8-year-old eyes can still see my uncle beating the shit out of his wife. Dragging her from the back room to living with his E&J cologne scoring the scene. And I can still see the terror in her eyes, looking sunk deep into her head, reaching for me for help. But see, he's my favorite uncle, so I just turned around and keep eating my Captain Crunch. See, it's my coping mechanism. I just smile and drink. A medicinal medicine cabinet full of 151 sitting right next to a Bible. My story's simple. I've been born again with bourbon burning in the back of my brain. I'm trying to get away from my own abuse, but I can't find a corkscrew to get loose. So, and you know us brothers, we'll say, I'm good, bro, I'm good, bro, I'm good, bro, all the way into depression.
Right.
And it seems like these double shots of Jameson is plenty salty with tears, that's the chaser. And my tear-soaked pillows have graduated now from this peace, this peace that I'm looking for. I know somebody got it. Cause I've been prayed for this shit through the night for this shit. So homicide gave my life for success, so I took a life for this shit. I'm turning myself upside down with no drops left, Lord. Please don't cut me off yet. I heard that drinking can take away the pain. So I'm still searching. I'm still looking for that gap. So bourbon cues to confuse, whiskey to aid distress. A functioning alcoholic I am, drunk off empty achievement and regret. So, my bad. So here's cheers to everyone in here who don't know how to swim.
Let me put it down.
We have our ways to deal, and some of them might be healthy and some might not be. And me, well, I like to get high. Oh, I love to get high. I have my pen to carry me. I write and get lost, but this ink comes to rescue me. I've been unfaithful, but God pulls this hell from me. This fiend in me, and the devil be on me and him 2 times 2 tons 2. So it's mine, all mine, all mine. These worldly burdens of mine got the terrible twos. See this addict? He a man trapped in a realm behind the mirror. Frightened the feelings of feeling inferior, he finds comfort with liars who tell lies in a world full of liars. Your lies become uniform, become the only attire. You know how you can't see the good in you, but you let others speak your demise. My adolescence, the address where I learned how to write. And so I've been lost and stay lost in this crown royal bag full of dope. I'm in this bag full of hope. I'm in this bag full of spoken anxieties where I scream into confessions that make a prostitute turn rose. This shit just be, ooh, this shit just be calling me. And so I answer. It's also beautiful medicine. Most beautiful medic I ever seen. As God's abstract paintings, airbrush bullets, in the mocha melanin landscapes of best friends, unknowingly becoming beautiful masterpieces. See, I've been busy. I've been busy phonetically fighting with family because they can finally read my thoughts. Maybe I'm not getting better. Maybe I'm not getting better. I just pull out my pen before it leaves me like everything often does, everything that we love, and fuck Shakespeare because my ink is blacker than his, summer days. Because in mine, black bodies hang. So I push mountains of dopeness through these veins. My mind's demons screaming all over a page. Shit, I'm high right now. And constantly being complimented on being a great father, but I ain't shit. Because I hurry my babies to sleep early just so I can write about their dreams. You just don't know what this shit be doing to me. I was once told that one day I'll have to stand before God and account for all the gifts he's given me. Yep. So the shit right here, I said the shit right here, I said the shit right here, my nigga, the shit right here, I let exploit my desires and let loose these fears. Collar them so raw, I'll roll your favorite slave on it and snort a few, because my cerebellum, watch this nigga, my cerebellum, a mix between Damien the Shining and Freddy Krueger. That's Damien, Shining, and Freddy Krueger. A child surrounded by satanic forces that grew into a writer with visions of the past who couldn't stop dreaming of a horrific future. Shit. Oh my God. Allow me to do another line. I tried to find some revelations among revelations, but God's dictation couldn't stop me from writing. Writing my own obituary as a pastime, thinking of past times when I had time and this pen's filament was filled with my ashes. Meant to fill life's caskets with beautiful sonnets like hold your mother a little longer. Tell your wife you love her way more often. Kiss your baby's cheeks until they're sore and understand that contentment doesn't always mean complacency. Give yourself more roses. So I'll sign this intervention in front of y'all, but not with a pen, but a paintbrush, because I plan to rearrange how these motherfuckers paint us. So I write, and I write, and I write, and I write. Then, Scott, I go get the copyright. So at least all the vulnerabilities that I have will at least forever be all mine. Oh, I love to get high. I have my pen to carry me. I write and get lost, but this ink comes to rescue me. I've been unfaithful, but God spills this hell from me. And so I equate lifting weights to life. You break down that muscle, you rest, and then you build it back up. Period. All of it is change. And people were, they asked me what my alias comes from. It comes from change. Mac Woods. Woods. Derived from my favorite Kappa man, Lawrence Piney Woods Jones. Now with a noose around his neck and flames under his feet, he spoke words so eloquent that the KKK, the Ku Klux Klan, released him and even put some money towards his dreams, and see that inspired me. That's right. Inspired me to spit. To spit lucid, liquefied, lethargic acid wordplay that makes Lucifer regret living the life of sin. I'll slow it down for you. It inspired me to spit. To spit lucid, liquefied, lethargic acid with wordplay that makes Lucifer regret living the life of sin. See, it's like a Malcolm Little joined the nation, got released from jealous ex, went into the world and saw it and was like, nah, I'm gonna turn back into X. So a wise man once said nothing. So I closed my mouth as tight as Big Mama's hugs and let my soul speak and spit eloquent reminders of your royalty. And ladies and gentlemen, I got that good D. I got that good D. I got that good D. That deep, disgustingly devoted, disenslaving distinction of a dynamic determination, but I'm not a rapper. No. I'm not a rapper, nor a drug dealer. See, I'm a thinker at large. Who grew from an Oklahoma City latchkey kid into a Souls of Black Folks monologue meets the Dapper Dan Fall Winter catalog. Excuse me. Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Mac Woods. And the Mac, yeah, it's a family name with McLean, but it also means man articulating change. Okay. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Think about it. The things that make the pressure cooker explode. 1, poor ventilation. Stay with me. 2nd, putting the wrong things inside of it, right? And 3rd, when the pressure gets too high and you're turning the pressure down, if you don't know how to do it, it'll explode. And that reminded me of black men. So this is one of my featured tracks on the album. It'll be everywhere. See, the machine cooks move fast, but it's dangerous and it explodes. And so I always thought that's just like the black man. Without venting, evolving from the stove, this machine, man, is looking to stay soft as possible, but have hard, structured boundaries, right? And so we're trying to evolve from the already design. So I've never been afraid of dying. I'm afraid of not being capable. And these failed, safe, secured insecurities will have you afraid of dying because you're afraid your obituary and your tombstone will read like eloquent resumes. So we're worried about our legacy constantly. And that's an issue for me. And like many black men in here, if you're not talking about striving constantly, then you're looked at like you ain't shit. And that's something that I'm constantly dealing with. So we dial the time. We dial the time between trying to be the perfect daddy on earth and trying to save the earth all at the same damn time. And so, because what they say, if you don't work, you don't eat. And if you're a man and you're not a part of the solving, then you are the problem. So we grind. We grind. Grind all the time. Grind is to wear out, wear down, or crash. And most men in here, naps seem like death traps. So we look at slumber like the equivalent of poverty. And then we're taught early that we don't be in the kitchen. It's woman's work. So we stay outside. We're stalemated grill mates, never focused on the internal therapy that's going on the inside. So yeah, we can cook up to 250 degrees. A pressure cooker can cook up to 250 degrees, but right at that 250, you can also explode. Okay, that's right. So the moral of that is, just because you can do it does not mean that it's healthy. Yeah. That's pressure cooking. As in being a pressure cooker, we look at having to save everybody else. Everybody want a superhero. Everybody want a Superman. But who saves Superman? So this was gonna be on the album, but I couldn't get the sample cleared. But it was fired up. Superman. Everybody wants a Superman, but Superman ain't real. Our Lois Lanes can't bear our type of pain. The Superwomen have their own elves of kryptonite, and our Wonder Woman, she can't see past her invisible walls. See, yeah, I was born with powers, but I shower I shower with my insecurities because my wife, I don't want her to hear her Aqua King drowning in the bathroom. Yeah, I'm bald and I'm a professor, but I can't read her mind or magnetically manipulate this attraction we used to have. See, I can't magnetically manipulate this attraction. And see, her learning my love language seems like a cyclops dialect. She acts like it would kill her for us to see eye to eye. Microaggressions into the end game, but you know, happy wife, happy life. So I let her take the last stand. And it's never a marvel how we get DC. You know, DC, disconnected, conflicted with dysfunctional codependency, because women, some of y'all are women, y'all be poison. Some of y'all women be poison. Ivy, vengeful vixens that man hunt with their ex-men in mind, and then we go rogue. We go rogue, night crawling into the dark side. Dodging fantastic four fingers of eternal emeralds, so we either vanish or become mute and married Logan, skin broken with deceiving people because we're supposed to heal quick. But how strong can I be how strong can I be when I'm blue too often? The mystique of men morphing into blind daredevils, feeling attracted to the heat because we can't feel anymore. In the Hell's Kitchen, caged to be lukewarm heroes with Thor problems. You know, Thor problems, only I can lift them up, and then when I throw them away, they just come right back. Superman ain't real. Superman ain't real. And we're supposed to have, men are supposed to have insect-sized emotions, but be able to carry 8 arms full of disappointment and develop a taste of generational trauma, but we run away from feeding therapy, so we spit venom and only wear a dark mask, and then we're afraid to kill the jokers that torment us because we really are afraid to function without them. Fast as the speed of light. And but you know the thing about being black and fast, we threaten everything.
That's right.
We threaten everything unless it's on a court field or carrying a balled up with garbage garments stockpiled into an Iron Man with less resources, a Shaquille Steele, if you will.
I got it.
Raised in a house full of gambits, dealing all too well with dealing. Clark Kent can't do shit.
I'm talking about.
Period.
Y'all hear it?
Clark Kent can't do shit. But lives are lost when you don't wear the cape. A telephone booth full, imploding from the blackest atoms. See, everyone wants a hero.
Yeah.
But who saves the Man of Steel? Yeah, they want a Superman, but Superman ain't real.
Come on.
We don't get to be secure. We are the security. And so when we take that on, you know, pain and struggle is inevitable. But suffering is optional. And that reminds me of the first piece of game. That's the first piece of game that I got from my uncle. So I was 8 years old. And you know, I get a little bit, may he rest in peace, I got a little game from him, you know. He had his taco meat out with his gold chain laying on it. And a Newport, with his gold tooth, Newport hanging for dear life. And we in his garage, he's teaching me for the first time how to play bones, right? And so with my little 8-year-old hands, I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to put it together. And he leans in on me and he says, "My nephew, life gonna be a bitch that you're gonna have to learn how to live with." And see, I'm an 80s baby. I grew up under, right. I grew up under Mike Tyson Punch Out, Jordan 5s with the tongue out, eating Chico sticks, playing hide and go get it, catching fireflies under the street. And nigga knocking. Y'all remember nigga knocking? Yeah. Knock knock. Knock knock. Knock knock. Knock knock. Knock, 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 knocking on doors that only open up from the inside. Not knocking on dark-skinned shellac because we're primary targets in their eyes. Not knocking on buried emotions because we was only taught to be hard in emotional times. Not knock on hopes for help, but who you gonna call when the cops is the one doing the drive-bys?
Come on.
Okay, come on now.
And school is in, but the bell went off, so we got hooked. We so cool. We so cool as black hosts in Hitler housing, hunted down like hunting at 18 with his hands held high, and maybe Hampton at 21 hung while hibernating. We black boys get shipped and mailed to manhood with the wrong address. That's either priority blackmail or blackmail. A whole bunch of lost sons with no father figures, so we grow up and run away from opportunities to be father figures. Ironically, I was always obsessed with being a father figure. And my mother seen another obsession I was had. And that's the green. I was obsessed with more green, but my drug dealing uncles had more yards. And see the corner looking like the PGA Classic. But who's really the addict? The drug dealer or the addict? Well, either way, crack is winning the Masters. And see, but whoever sells the panic sells the pill. Whoever sells the panic sells the pill. And we get lost running after GQ that's genocide quick, and they rook our lost bishops and throw us over the roof. Checkmate, nigga. Now, I'm 8 years old, trying to work and trying to count up the bones, right? And he leans in on me and he said, "Hey, nephew, study long, study wrong." And maybe my studious ways brought me to my why. Because I do community service, I'm a teacher, I do all these things. I teach like I'm chasing after the ghosts of the educators that I never had. Why I do this work? Because even at 13, I used to have dreams of my wake. I used to have nightmares of my wake. Like my mama holding my future babies while they screaming, "Why daddy won't get awake?" So I became furious. This boys in the hood became furious. Became furious with knowledge in the kitchen, edging tray up, trying to work or wake these waves up, dreaming of waves out, but I keep dying on Ricky's mama's couch. Why I do this work?
Come on, man.
Why I do this work? Because I am man articulating the manuscript, your black boy breaking you through the universe's third wall when he hears the height of his possibilities for the very first time. Why I do this work? Because at 38, I'm figuring out that my freedom won't be free, y'all. And I need y'all to pray for me. Because I think one day I'm gonna have to pay for all these thoughts. See, so my uncle, at this point of the lesson, or him putting me on game, I'm pissed off and I'm done. I'm ready to quit. He said, "Nephew," he gets real deep on me. What, uncle? He says, "Never run away from the pain. Go towards it." And he says, "Oh, one more thing, nephew." What, uncle? He said, "Come here. Down the nose, little nigga." Now watch them dishes. Now I'm getting to a point where, I'm finding the beauty in my scars. And I hope that everyone in here understands the beautiful ass. If you're looking for a miracle, it's a beautiful ass miracle. Your reflection. So I just want to appreciate, I'm so appreciative to be in front of you tonight. I want to say thank you for allowing me to cook.
Yeah.
Again, my name is Mac Woods. Thank you.